Today, I have decided to spend my 102 million combat fame credits and my over 15 million fame of tomes, and we are going to become a warlock, a master warlock, master of the dark arts. Here we are, we have level 59 warlock, not even 100, can't even use elder weapons yet, okay? 20 curse staff, and then 3 into just about everything else. I've got 18 into life curse, because I use this for skinning. So out of all, from skinning from tier 1 to tier 8, got me 18 levels in this weapon, okay? It's purely what I used entirely throughout the entire journey. It's not a lot. Skinning does not give you a lot of combat fame, okay? And then curse staff, I used to use this when I first, one of my first weapons when I started on this character was curse staff. So I leveled that up a little bit to 20 back in the day, but it's much easier now to level. So to start things off, I'm going to make sure that I'm wearing a full set of items that are not maxed out at all in spec, and I've chosen these specifically, okay? So cleric robe is going to be used with a cursed staff for PvP, like cheap purposes, because it is a absolute cheap piece of equipment, okay? Now, mercenary hood is one of the regular items in the leather hood category. So you can see here, I have hunter hood maxed, assassin's hood is nearly maxed. I get more benefit for like hunter, like I'm thinking about hunter hood, okay? How much more can I pump up Hunter Hood? Well, I can level up this far more than I can the Assassin Hood, and this will give me more item power to the Hunter Hood than these other helmets, so I'm going to go ahead and wear this. It's also cheap. Same goes for the boots, same reason. If I am going to specialize in a PvP set that uses soldier boots, which are maxed, Guardian boots are also maxed. The only normal boot left to max would be Knight boots, to benefit both the Guardian and the soldier boots for builds that I use. Whereas I don't really use these other boots, but I could level them up if I wanted. However, today's combat fame credits will be going almost entirely into weapons. Hopefully we can max out all 7 trees. If not, I will do a bit more grinding. But here we are, 102 million. That's going to max out at least 6 of these immediately, okay? With some a bit left over. But I'm hoping that the tomes push it up. So I've got my life curse staff equipped, everything's equipped, also shield, super cheap. I do also want to pump up a face breaker, so I need to make sure that these don't max out at 100. I'm just going to real quick use all of these 200k fame tomes, and it's much faster if I spam the left click than it is if I hit use all, because that channels it very slowly. Okay, so first off, let's see how many levels that gave us, alright, because that's quite a bit, alright. We're up to 88 on Warlock, very cool. And our life curse staff is now 55. So we went from 18 to 55. Alright. Our shield, where's that at? 81, so that's nearly maxed. I will have to swap this out for a face breaker because I want to level up face breaker as well as the rest. The thing is getting this one to 100, super cheap on combat fame credits, 351,000. I can get that in like 15 minutes or less. It's really, really easy to max out. So not a big deal. But I do want to make sure that I'm not spilling over and getting combat fame credits. Also, I believe I just burned through a whole bunch of silver doing that. I'm not sure how much exactly, but I know I had like 8.5 million, I think, and I'm down to 5. So it is costing me a bit of combat fame credits. Also, now I'm at 105, so that was like 3 million. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, man. Okay, well, let's keep going. We're going to go ahead and just use a bunch of these here, and that's about half. Let's go ahead and stop. That number's going to come crushing down. This 5.9, yeah, that was another couple million. I might have to give myself some more silver to continue doing this, but let's see where we are at now. Shield 98, almost maxed. Okay, 100 of that, of course, so that's going to combat fame credits now. What about weapons? Again, once these max out, I want to swap them off, okay? It's at 71. Ooh boy, it's up there now. Alright, so that's actually pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and swap on the Shadow Collar now and level that up some. What about our Cleric Robe? Are you maxed out yet? Just checking. You are at 85. Cool. Knight Boots, 73. Okay, okay. So let's go ahead and use the rest of these. It shouldn't bankrupt my silver. Alright, but I do want to make sure that when the shield hits 100, which it should be now, yes it is 100, that I go ahead and put on a face breaker instead so we can get that started to level up with the rest of these tomes, though it's not that much. I am down to 759,000 silver, so I'll be right back. I'm going to get some more silver. Well, it looks like gold is at a peak right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell 1,000 gold, which would get me 3 million silver. I think that's fine. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, that should let us last. I also need to grab a face breaker real quick. Alright, we got the face breakers on, and everything is good to go. Let's burn through these tomes. There we go. How much money is that gonna cost? How much silver? Go ahead and use this red one too. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not bankrupting myself here. I can always sell more gold. Okay, that was about 1 million. Man, this is expensive. Alright, the rest of these tomes, they shouldn't really cause me to go completely bankrupt here on this character, so we're gonna go ahead and use all of those. And I just want to make sure that Facebreakers didn't max out on that. I doubt it because the tomes aren't nearly as strong. Yeah, it's only at 50, so that's fine. Okay, and we'll use these green ones, super rare green ones that you never see really, and then these crappy 2,000 ones here, and then the 1,000s. All right, and that's it for the tomes. That is all of my tomes for the month. It only took 1 month to earn all of those tomes, just playing maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day. It did not take me that long to earn. I earned them through the daily rewards, which is right here. I earned them through the faction rewards, which are these little chests. You can also buy these chests for faction points. I'm only 1,200 away from being able to buy another chest, so I could go do that if I wanted. But right now, our combat fame credits are 113 million. So that should, I'm hoping that's enough to max out our warlock tree here. Warlock is at 100, okay. We got that at 71, Shadow Caller at 48. So straight away, what I'm going to do is max out Curse Staff, because that's the one that I really care about. 16.1 million combat fame credits. Let's go. No, I actually want that warning. Okay, awesome. That is done. Next up is my skinning weapon, Life Curse Staff. I want that at 100, and that's going to cost me 10 million. Okay, there we go. Next up will be the Shadow Caller, which is going to be the PvE replacement for Great Axe. So, no more Great Axe farming. Now it's all Shadow Caller farming. 13.8 million. Boom, there we go. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I have enough. I believe I have enough. But in case I didn't, I would want to max out Great Curse and Demonic first, because these are the two normal ones, which will benefit these other ones the most. But we do have enough, so we're gonna go ahead and crank that up to 100. 16.8 million there. Demonic Staff. There we go. 16.8 million there. And then of course we now have the Curse Skull, which is pretty useless. Honestly, I'm probably never going to use it, but I want this to beef up the other weapons. And then Damnation Staff, there we go. So, and now we have 5 million remaining. So what do we do with that 5 million? Well, of course, we go to our, our Face Breakers now. We can easily max this out, okay, because this is going to boost our regular shield. That's 200k, it's nothing. Okay, we can go ahead and max out all the offhands. See, it's that simple. 100, and then we can go here to the sarcophagus, max that out also, and we still have so much more to spend. Okay, so I could spend this on armors. How did my boots go? Did my boots get maxed out? Boots did not, but that's fine. Okay, I don't really need it's such a paltry amount of bonus. Next up is another offhand that I would use, and that is the Moizak. For PvE farming, I believe that would be best in slot for what I have in mind. So let's scroll to that and get that tree maxed out now. Alright, where are you at? I think you're at the very top, huh? So I kind of took the long way. I know, I took the long way. Now, the Celestial Censer here, I would like to have that, available so I can max it out, because there's the Moizak. So I need to go buy a Celestial Censer, and then maybe a few tomes, and then pump that up so I can basically max it out. But let's go ahead and pump this to 100. Let's pump the other ones to 100 real quick. So there we go, 100 there. And again, just 100 to there. Moizak, pump that to 100. Get the Taproot to 100. And we still have 2.6 million to go. Now let's say I wanted to be min-maxy. How much to max out the Moizak? Only 2.5 million. That's barely 30 minutes of farming. Okay, and only 762,000 silver. That is easy, and it gives you a few extra % points of damage, but I do want to get the Celestial Censer, so I'm going to go ahead and buy one of those real quick. We're going to just buy a Celestial Censer and a Tome, and that's going to allow us to, well, you know, do our thing, right? We're going to have our offhands maxed out for these warlock builds that we're making, and then we're going to go shop for some 8.3 items. Celestial Censer. Censer with an E. Okay, 28k, pretty simple. Tome of Insight. Okay, just buy one of those. Just buy one. I'm down below 2 million once. Oh, I didn't equip it. I gotta buy another one. Whoops, whatever. Okay, now we have it equipped. There we go. Use the tome. Scroll. Oh, our tome fighter's not even 100. Look at that. We need to boop that to 100. Okay, there we go. See, use our learning points, boop that to 1, boop this to 100, and ta-da, we are maxed in the offhands. Is there anything else we can put these points into? Okay, let's go. We don't need weapons. What about helmets? Don't need cloth helmets. What about our cleric robe, huh? That's not 100 yet. Okay, how much to pump you to 100? Well, 1.5 million. We have that. Let's go. Cleric robe maxed out. We got 424,000 remaining. Yeah, we're pretty much set at this point. These offhands all maxed out. I think all of our offhands are now maxed out. We've got the armors that we're going to be using for this build maxed out. Mercenary hood and assassin's hood, those won't take too long. Like if I want to max out assassin hood, it's only 2.3 million. Again, 30 minutes. That's 1 hour. 1 hour of farming for that. Pretty simple stuff. Not using leather boots for these warlock builds. They're pretty beefy anyway. Don't need weapons. Let's see. Helmets. We're not using plate helmets for these builds at all. Not using plate armor for these builds. And then to max out the knight shoes would be 1.6 million, so like 15 more minutes of farming. Not too bad, okay? Very, very easy stuff. Super affordable. Alright, we did it. We are now super powerful with all this stuff, and it's time to sell everything we have here. And except not the bear. We need the bear to ride, of course. And obviously I can't go buy 8.3s with only 1.93 million, so I'm gonna have to do that in separate. But we don't need this 6-1 anymore. We don't need it, and that's a huge discrepancy between the buy order and the sell order. So of course I'm not gonna sell it for, you know, I'm not gonna give it away for half price. Of course, why would you? Same goes for this, you know, sell it for slightly cheaper. Same for that one too. Yikes! All of these Gucci items. We're gonna make some of this silver backed, and yeah, well, I have 7 days left on premium, so this was 23 days of grinding, 30 minutes to 1 hour a day. It's not really that bad, okay? You know, max out a whole weapon tree in under a month. It's doable. It's completely doable. Purely in yellow zones. Didn't go to the red or black zones, and yeah, it's that simple, okay, guys? If I can do it, you can do it too. Alright, so I'm gonna go get an 8-3 Shadow Caller and an 8-3 Life Curse Staff and an 8-3 Moisac. And yeah, and they call it a day. Or maybe an 8-3 Facebreaker. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what I want to buy exactly. But guys, thank you so much for watching. This was maxing out this is maxing out the Warlock tree, the Curse Staff tree, as you would call it. All in one setting, all in 1 month, in under 1 month, completely done. You can see it's still ticking along. It's gonna keep making that noise. Guys, I make videos every day, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss tomorrow's video. And if you want to help me out financially, click the thanks button down below, leave a monetary donation. It shows up in the comments, and if you do a certain amount, it'll change the color of the comment box. Really, really cool stuff. If you want to become a channel member, okay, there's a reason why I did the Warlock tree, and if you become a channel member, you'll get access to private, more personal videos, or videos that I don't want leaked out to the public. One of those recent videos, well, maybe not recent to you, because this is coming out a week later, is a corrupted dungeon build that involves cursed staves. So, I thought it was too good to make a video for everyone about, because then everyone's going to do it, and it's going to get nerfed. That's why I didn't make it public. That's why it's members only. I also have a video on there on how to be a YouTuber, if that interests you. if you want to learn how to get views on YouTube, how to make videos, how to record, edit, everything I do. I basically made the video for myself in case I forget how to be a YouTuber, okay? Got all the information you could possibly need to do exactly what I'm doing now. And that's $5 a month. It really helps me out. I appreciate you so much. And again, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. This is not supposed to be like a flex video. This is more educational. Hey, you can max out an entire weapons tree in under a month. That's all you gotta do is just do yellow zones. Anyway, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Take care, lads.